Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we have mail call. So we're going to get this mail call box opened up. This is one that I've anticipating. It's one that I actually just made a purchase recently for, and it is from our friends over at JCar Diecast. So some really cool things in here. I know there's going to be boxes within the boxes, but let's go ahead and crack open the main box and see what we have to get started with, and then we can take a look at what's inside each individual box. Here we go. All right, so we got the main box opened up, and we got quite a few things in here that I know are in here. So we're gonna get some of this stuffing and packing paper out of here, and we'll get to it. If you've never dealt with anything or bought anything from JCar Diecast, you're missing out. This is a great online resource for those of you guys that collect diecast. And it's not to say that there are not other great diecast retailers out there, but I found by and large that when I deal with JCar Diecast, I get stuff pretty quickly. His prices over there are really fair, and they're very communicative if there's going to be delay of any kind for what we are looking for. So let's go ahead and start with one of these small boxes right here, and we'll grab this out of here and see what we got. This is castings that I have really been trying to get at retail, but because of the area that I live in, we've just really been having a tough time finding certain things. So definitely glad that JCar has the ability for us to go on there and find some of these hard to find things. This one, however, is not one of those things, because this one has not hit retail stores just yet. You'll be seeing it pretty soon, but that's the other good thing about going through JCar. They get things from Mattel a little bit before the big box retailers do, so you're going to get a chance to see some of the upcoming things that are going to be coming. This is a 10-piece set, and actually this is one that we have seen. I'm looking at the case code now, but I have one in the other box that is definitely not one that we're going to be seeing in retail stores. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. I'm going to try to one-hand this the best that I can. Let me see if I can support this a little bit better. We're going to cut this with my nice and dull Ulu tool that seems to not want to work anymore. That's just an indication I need to get a better system to open these up. And that's okay. I'll find something like an X-Acto or something else that we can use in order to make the system a little bit better. But the Ulu it's hanging in there. It's making its effort to keep cutting. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got in here. Obviously, you can see this is Hot Wheels DMC C55. These are out of Indonesia, so you know that it's not going to be the mainline Hot Wheels. Those are all made in Malaysia. Specialty pieces come out of different places like Thailand, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. So let's see what we got inside of this box. Let's crack this bad boy open. And this is what it looks like when they come packed from the factory. We've got the protective piece right here to keep the cards looking good. And here we go. So if you get a glimpse in there, you might get a guess at what this set is, but let's go ahead and get it out of here so you guys can check it out. These cards look like they're in pretty good condition. So first up out of the box, here we go, this beautiful 007 Casino Royale. So now that you see this, you probably know what this case is, but I bought the full case because I know that I'm gonna have people that want to get some of these that have not been able to find them, so I got a duplicate of each. And let's see what else we got in here. I think this is going to probably be, yep, it's the second Casino Royale. So there'll be two of everything in here, and that's really cool, and it's another reason why I grabbed this set. Next one up, one I thought about getting. I saw this one at retail, but I didn't grab it, and I'm kind of glad that it came in this set. And of course it is the Batman from, the Batmobile from the Batman movie, the most recent in the Batmobile movies, or Batman movies. I keep saying Batmobile, but yeah, the most recent from the Batman movies. This kind of futuristic, almost like a Dodge Charger looking car. Probably one of the cooler iterations of the Batmobiles, but I'm glad that they made this. So we're gonna get two of those as well. There's number two. And if you know, there were two Batmobiles in the assortment, that one and the one from the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton, and of course this beautiful Batmobile right here. And so this is one that I did not see in the stores. I always saw the other Batmobile, but this one was typically gone or out of stock. and I wasn't able to get it. So that's another reason I wanted it, because I do want both of the Batmobiles. And so I'm glad that it came with two. I can have a set to trade, or if I have to, I can take them back to a big box retailer. These are the same codes as they would be that they ring up in their stores too, so I can return these, and they're great cards, so somebody else will get a shot at getting these. All right, and of course, just like the others, second Batmobile right here. But the main reason that I went after this set was because of the car coming out right now. These things were sought after. They were so hard to find. Nobody was finding them, and when people were finding them, it was few and far between. And of course, we're talking about this car right here. It's a beautiful 1987 Toyota pickup truck from the Back to the Future movie. And what's great about buying it in this case assortment is I get not only one, but we get a second one in here as well. So, two of the Back to the Future 87 Toyota pickup trucks. It's a little bit tuned in the way that it's built, meaning what I mean by that is it is done in premium, but it looks a little bit shorter and a little bit taller. So it's a little bit, you know, kind of fantasied out, but it is a licensed Toyota pickup truck. So it is great, and this will be a great one for the collection. Definitely was trying to find this, but could not find them anywhere. So I went online, got the deal through JCar, and was able to pick two of them up, and I'm super glad that I did, because in hand, these things are absolutely amazing. And then finally, out of the case assortment, probably not my favorite one, but I did watch this cartoon growing up, and it is the Jetsons car out of the Jetsons. So this is the lightest weight of all of the castings. I don't even think there is any metal on this besides the ring of the spaceship around the top. It is considered a premium just because of the intricate design to this car, but the only part of its die-cast is this. The bubble is plastic. The base is plastic. I believe it could be die-cast. I'll have to crack one of these open and check it out. And then, of course, there's a little support display piece that you can see right there. So two of those as well. So that is box number one. Let me get this final one out of here. It's kind of stuck and doesn't want to slide up out of the box. So there we go. Great shape. They're pristine. They're not beat up. And sometimes when you get them at the big box stores, Target, Walmart, they get bounced around, they get smashed, they get crushed, and finding good cards like this is very hard. All right, so let's go to box number two. Try not to give you motion sickness when I'm moving the box around here. All right, let's see. I believe this is the one that I was looking for or hoping to get, and this is the set that the 978P, not the 978N. So this would be the one that you will be seeing very, very soon, if you haven't already, inside of your retail stores. It was not supposed to hit shelves until 26 February, which means we are now in the beginning of March, and there has not been any sightings of this in my area, and I haven't seen anybody else post this up yet. So let's go ahead and get this one cracked open, and I'll let you know exactly what is in this little case assortment right here. All right, so here we go. This one will not be sealed. This was resealed because I only bought this in a 5. Didn't get the 10, but oh, this is not the one that, oh, wait, let me see. Yep. All right, so they packed them in together, and that is more than okay. So let's start with the first one that is out of this little collection, and it is this guy right here. It is the Rugrats TV show, Nickelodeon, the Reptar Wagon. This should be hitting your stores anytime soon. So if you're a Nickelodeon fan and this is one you were hoping for, well, it's on its way. So there it is, the Reptar Wagon. Next one out of the box, coming from the 007 movies, it is the Toyota 2000 GT Roadster from the movie You Only Live Twice. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I love the Bond cars. I look for the Bond cars whenever I can, and any of the ones that I really want to get, I pick up, because who does not want to have Bond cars? And it is pretty cool that the last assortment had the Casino Royale Aston Martin DBS, and now we have this one out of the most recent car culture, or not really car culture, but the kind of like the movie related cars that come out from these series. So this is car number 2 out of the series. Let's go ahead and grab car number 3. This was one I was kind of looking forward to too. I am a big video game nerd, and of course I'm talking about the plumber van, Mario's plumber van from the Super Mario Brothers movie. How cool is that? It's in a really cool orange, just like it was on the game itself. Coming around to the back, you've got the doors. They're painted. It's not windows looking in, but really, really cool. And with the Super Mario Brothers movie coming out, I'm sure Mattel wanted to really capitalize on that and get one into their premium lines. And of course, we're getting this beautiful Mario's Brothers movies plumber van. All right, next one is probably my favorite. This was released before, and it was a very, very popular casting, very hard to find. I'm kind of glad they re-released it, because the amount of money I would have had to spend to get the original release of this would have been outside of what I was willing to spend. So I was super glad to pick it up this way. And of course I am talking about the Back to the Future Ford Super Deluxe, Biff's car from Back to the Future, where of course Biff is chasing Marty. Marty makes him crash into the truck carrying all of that manure, and it dumps in there. And what's cool about this is when you take it out of the package, you're able to lift the poo off, and of course it'll be just the regular Ford Super Deluxe without the poo on it. But I think it's fitting to have this with the poo in it. So I just said poo a lot, but anyway, there we go. That is an awesome set. If you haven't seen this one yet, I'll put all 4 of them here. Let me see if I can grab them so you can see the entire set. Here we go. So there's the entire set, starting with the Rugrats car, the James Bond You Only Live Twice, of course the Back to the Future Ford Super Deluxe, and the plumber van from the Mario movie. So looking forward to these sets starting to populate. And if you are going to go after this one right here, this is probably going to be the one everyone is after in the set. So it'll be much like the Toyota truck was in the last one. You're probably going to want to get that as soon as you find it. All right, also paired in this box, because this was a box that was built to hold 10, was another set and series that we could not find of, or I found the leftovers or peg warmers from the set. And of course I am talking about the most recent release of these guys right here, the Fast and Furious set. And this is the beautiful Mazda RX-7 FD. This is the one from Race Wars movie number 1, the Fast and the Furious, that Letty goes up against. She's in her, I believe, her Sylvia or her 240, and she's racing against the guy that basically bets her like too large, $2,000, and she smokes him because he hits his NOS too soon. And yeah, we know the story, but that's the car from that movie, and I'm glad we got this in a premium version. It's a beautiful car. It's an FD Mazda, so of course I needed to have this in the collection, but it's also from the Fast and the Furious, which you can probably tell based off my wall over there that there are plenty of Fast and Furious already up on the wall, and therefore this one will be going up there with it as well. And then of course, the next most coveted one out of the set is this guy right here, this beautiful Nissan Skyline BNR R34. It's the Skyline R34 done in the original livery that we saw on the Fast and the Furious movies, Toyota Supra with the Targa top. It's just been put back onto a R34. I'm really hoping that that's what's going to happen, is in Fast 10, we're going to get to see this car repainted like this. I'm okay with that. If they do that, I'm perfectly fine with it. This is a great casting. Could not find this anywhere in this area, not even close. And so really glad this one was in the set and I was able to pick this up from JCar Diecast. All right, next one up. Now this is the car that I saw everywhere in my area, the only car that was left on the pegs, and of course it is the 1967 Chevy Camaro Off-Road. This would have been from, I believe, Furious 6, when they do all the off-road big tires on all of their cars, but not one that I was necessarily after I've seen it plenty on the peg, but only this one. So this is definitely probably going to be something I either open up and customize, or I might just give this to my son. He loves these Fast and Furious cars with the big wheels, so this might go into his collection. All right, next up, the other one that was peg warming alongside it is this guy right here. It is the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. We saw this one, I believe, in the Fast and Furious 7, maybe 8. I don't know. I've lost track with what they're actually doing, but yeah, definitely had about, I don't know, 45 seconds in the movie. Roman comes rolling up in it with the other two characters. Let's see, who was it? With Ludacris's character, and then their little computer whiz, and they're going to find Dom and ask him to go, you know, save the world again. But this is the truck they were in. It's the only time you really see it, and it's really odd. Some of the cars they picked to make these, maybe it's because they have this casting and they don't want it to go to waste, but I would have definitely picked something other than this one. But hey, I'm not the one that makes those decisions, and it came with the set, so that's cool. This will probably be an opener as well, and we'll see if we can make this into something a little bit nicer looking. And then finally, this was one that I was actually looking forward to too. I love this one. This is the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4. Great casting. This one was out of Fast and Furious. This is where they travel into Mexico. Of course, Wonder Woman's car is what I like to call it, because her character is the one that drives this car. Gal Gadot, she's the one that drives up in this car in that movie, and so that's why this one got a little. But again, another car that barely had any screen time, but somehow made it into the mix. And I guess I could say the same thing about the FD Mazda. It only had the screen time because of that race, but it's an FD Mazda, so I'll let that one slip. All right, so that's it for the boxed up items, but we still have more, and hopefully you're hanging with me here, because this is a little bit of a longer video just because of the amount of things that I have in this package. So let me reach down here and grab this last little bundle and see if we can get this opened up so we can see what else we've got coming. Looks like I'm gonna need to cut a little bit of tape here. They package these really well. And, you know, it is an online diecast store, but it is a family run store. And, you know, they do a really good job of really just making the person they're selling it to happy with each and every purchase. They are very, like I said, very communicative over there at JCar. And if you hadn't seen lately, they just did a collaboration with Lamley over at Lamley Group. Some Auto Worlds that they did along with him as a collaboration. And so it's a legit online store. It's a really good one. And like I said, it's my go-to for most of my online purchases. I try to stay away from Evil Bay whenever I can, and so having stores like this online when I can't find something in the area is great, but it also allows me to pick up things like these. So first one out of the little bundle here, this was one I was really excited about getting into the collection, and it is this beautiful Nissan Skyline GTR in this bright white. Of course, as most of the Mini GTs are, this is a Miho exclusive, limited to 3,960. But man, what a beautiful car. And if you've been following my channel, you'll see that I had the burgundy version of this one, but it is now in the hands of Rico Babe. He's got it over in his collection because it was my 400 subscriber giveaway. So I figured I'd better get a Skyline for Mini GT R34, that is, back into the collection. Sorry, not R34, R32, back into the collection. And so I went ahead and went with this white one because white is just the epitome of, just screams JDM, and it's just so clean. So super glad I was able to pick this one up and get it back onto the wall. Now these next two, super stoked. I am not a huge Johnny Lightning guy, but there are certain Johnny Lightning castings, as you can see back here on the wall, the Black Beauty. If it's something I really want, of course, the Import Heats. If something I really want or really catches my eye, I will pick it up. And these next couple were exactly that. So let's go ahead and get the first one up here for you guys to check out. And I'm talking about this one right here. It's out of the Import Heat Drift. Street Freak series from Johnny Lightning, and it is this beautiful 1990 Nissan 240 SX Custom. Look at the graphics and paint on this. 1995 called and they want their paint job back. No, I'm kidding. This is an absolutely awesome casting. They knocked this one out of the park. It says smoke show on the side. Obviously, drifters are throwing a lot of smoke off their wheels when they're drifting around the racetrack and when they're trying to throw down those 360 donuts. So it's actually a perfect little tampo to go on the side saying smoke show, but man, so cool. I have not seen this one in any of the hobby lobbies around here. I saw it pop up there as a new, something new that it came into JCar, and I grabbed it right away, and I couldn't let this one go without its friend. So that's color number one. It has a partner, and this is color number two. Check this out, guys. So you've got the other one, which is in the yellow, basically fading to orange, and this one was in a blue that is fading into this beautiful purple. So let me show you both of them side by side. So you've got the beautiful orange on the bottom, and then you've got this really beautiful purple and blue on the top. And I saw them both. I was contemplating which one should I grab, You know what? I grabbed both. So this one is out of 8154. This one is also out of 8154, and absolutely gorgeous. They are both going to go on the wall. So glad I was able to pick these up over there at JCar, and solid purchase. It is a Johnny Lightning, but that's okay. Some of the Johnny Lightning that come out look like this, and they belong on my wall. All right, and last but not least, from the JCar shipment, let's keep the white theme going with JDMs, and I picked up this guy right here, and it is this beautiful Honda S2000 Type S. This one is limited to 3,000 production models, and it is absolutely gorgeous. They do have this in two other colors. It is made in a red and a blue, but they have a higher production number than the white. The white is the lowest production next to the Chase. And so I definitely wanted to grab this one, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I was gonna love it. And guess what? I love it. It's awesome. Love. So cool. Glad to have this S2000 in the collection. All right. Now, last but not least, I did stop by my local Walmart today. We had I call it the dump bin of doom. It's a huge dump bin. I've shown it on a couple of my previous hunting videos. And I dug through about, I would say, 7 or 8 freshly dumped cases. Not too fresh. Well, freshly dumped, but I didn't make it there soon enough. But I was able to grab a couple of things out of there. And of course, I was finally able to find the D-Case regular treasure hunt, and it is the Mad Props. That brings me up to date on treasure hunts for the year. And I missed it in the C case, so I went ahead and grabbed one of these, one of the better cards I found. And it is this beautiful 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7 in the FC body. So super glad I was able to finally grab this one. The ones that I had seen on pegs were pretty beat up, so this was the best one I had found. But out of the 7 or 8 cases I saw, no Godzillas, no EK hatches or EF hatches. They were gone. So somebody went through, got all of those out of there, and from the fruits of my labor digging through that entire big dump bin of doom, I was only able to find the one treasure hunt, and then I took the FC Mazda as a consolation prize for the dig. But hey guys, thanks for coming along today on this mail call. Again, if you haven't already, go check out JCar Diecast online for their online diecast store. They have amazing deals. They get new things in every day, if not every other day. It's constantly updating. They pride themselves on keeping the most accurate inventory that they have constantly populating. And if you haven't already, go check out the Lamley collab with JCar. They're really nice. I think the one that is up right now, if I'm not mistaken, the newest one is the Ford GT40. And we had the basically the dropped Shakotan Silverado truck, which was the first in the set. They're going to do 3 total over there at Lamley, so check JCar out for that as well. But if for anything else, get over there and check out JCar Diecast for a lot of your auto needs for diecast, because they have everything. Matchbox, Mini GT, Tomica, Johnny Lightning, Auto World, M2, you name it, diecast, they probably have it or they probably can get it. But thanks for coming along again. Like I said, guys, I really appreciate it. This was an absolute fire haul. I know there's going to be some guys in my collecting community that are going to be hitting me up for some of the things in here. I'm definitely open to some trades if you guys want to make some trades for some of the things you see in here. And I'm like that with pretty much everything that I have. If you want it and it's something I have and you want to make a trade, we can always make that happen. But until the next time, guys, this is Super JDM with another mail call, and I'm out.